Welcome NETC goers. This is Jay, Millie, and Nick, the NETC planning team, coming to you live from Bozeman, Montana for your official welcome video. This is fully legit. There will be a couple jokes in here, but this is what you'll actually need to know for coming to Bozeman. We're each going to talk a little bit about a few key details and start off with, here's Nick.
Alright guys, so you're flying into Belgrade, Montana, which is not Bozeman and it's not Big Sky, but it is somewhat close to one and not the other. So Big Sky is about an hour from either Bozeman or Belgrade, and Belgrade and Bozeman are 10 to 15 minutes apart. And yes, Jay is showing you the triangle diagram, which is to some degree a diagram of where you're possibly driving. He gets distracted easy. What can I say? Well, so there's also a shuttle option if you choose not to rent a car. You can take the shuttle. It does go from the airport to Big Sky only. It is one way. You take it up there at the beginning of the conference and you could return on it. Now, if you do decide you want to do some exploring or you just want a little additional mobility, which wouldn't be a bad idea but isn't required, you can rent a car. You do need to rent it in advance. Because we're near Yellowstone, we get a lot of travelers coming through and we go through a lot of rental cars, so there isn't always one available. I definitely would not come up to the counter once you get to the airport and expect to just be able to rent one. I can't stress enough, rent it in advance. I think Jay has a few things to tell you about Big Sky.
Yes, so once you do make your way to Big Sky is split up into three separate areas: the canyon, the meadow, and the mountain. So the canyon is where you'll come to first. The canyon is a small area. It's composed of a gas station, a couple gas stations, and a couple restaurants. These are the only gas stations in the area, so make sure if you need to fill up there. About 2 miles up the road, you'll come to the meadow. The meadow is the kind of the epicenter or the hub of Big Sky. Big Sky, you have to realize, is only 2,000 people. There's not a lot of commerce and industry there. Just like Nick said, you can't come to Big Sky and assume to rent a car or get a taxi or go to the mall or go to McDonald's even, for that matter.
None of those exist in Big Sky.
Exactly. 2,000 people. In the meadow, there is a movie theater, which serves beer, by the way, but only one movie, but the beer outweighs the one movie. There's a clinic. There are two grocery stores and numerous amounts of bars and restaurants there. As you travel 8 miles up the road, you'll come to where your shuttle will drop you off and where the conference is happening. That is the mountain. This is where the conference center is. This is where all the big activities, the zip line, the ropes course, the downhill mountain biking that Nick's going to lead.
Yep.
The, basically all the activities, plus the conference center, plus your hotel. Again, that's where you'll primarily be. There is a shuttle that runs between each of these three areas throughout the day. It runs on a half-an-hour schedule.
Well, you can look that up in your guide when you get there. Just
there is a
keep
guide.
in mind there is a shuttle. If you do want to get around,
there will also be a link on the website.
Yep.
So, and we're going to talk a little bit about traveling, packing, and such for actually being in Montana.
So as Jay said, the conference is actually on the mountain. The mountain is at about 7,500 feet of elevation, which if you're coming from sea level or not 7,500 feet, you will want to drink a lot of water, preferably before you ever get on the plane to come here. Once you're here, you'll still want to keep drinking water. Water really helps keeping those headaches away, helping you to not feel sick or tired while you're here. Also, of course, caffeine and alcohol should be at least moderated, if not avoided, especially when you first get here. This will also help you feel a little bit better and avoid altitude sickness.
Also, some other things about if you are hiking, biking, out and about, there is a lot of wildlife. So please go in groups. Bring your sweet little bear bell that we're going to give you. As Nick likes to always point out, if you find some bear poop with a bear bell, run the other way.
Tourists get eaten.
Tourists get eaten. Dumb tourists get eaten. Don't approach the wildlife. Be smart. As Nick always likes to say, don't be dumb. It's his #1 saying.
They like marshmallows, and they like you too.
They do. You taste the same. Alright, so let's talk about the conference and how to dress. Well, we're all IT people. you know, we dress for comfort because, you know, they keep us in our holes, dark and scary, because we're just not pretty to look at. Not joking. Conference attire, totally casual, t-shirts, jeans, shorts, whatever you want. Shoes, leave the heels and the dress shoes at home. Bring tennis shoes, bring things that you can walk in. The ground is uneven and you will be out and about, so heels and such are not super appropriate. Those of you who are attending my boot camp, please do not drink heavily, especially the night before your first night in Big Sky. If you do, you will be in even more pain than is necessary. So, and you can also put your health at risk with that. Altitude sickness is nothing to joke about, and it is extremely, I mean, it's not comfortable at all. Yeah, with that, thanks for watching this. The biggest thing, please follow us on Facebook or Twitter. Those are the best ways to get quick conference updates from the group and the team. If you do not have a Twitter account, please create a Twitter account before the conference, because we will be using an app called Tag Tracks that will track points and evaluations and such, and that's how you earn points for giveaways. So, and a Twitter account is a great way to earn, easy and quick way to earn points. So, with that, I think we'll wrap this up and look forward to seeing you all in August. Have a great rest of your summer.
Tag, you're it.